Hello, YouTube, and welcome to the start of a brand new Let's Play for Civilization 6. I am the Game Mechanic here with you, as always, and today we are playing the Canadias. Canada, Wilfrid here. I mispronounced it, and then I was going to mispronounce it even more. Canada is a tundra kind of loving, or at least tundra accepting civ that should take advantage of some otherwise undesirable land to make it average land. And then later on in the game, we get to convert gold by buying gold or production to national parks by Mounties. He is a kind of specialty late game culture focused civ between the ice hockey rink and the Mountie. You can also do Diplo things with him as well. I'm just not a really big fan of playing out the Diplo games. And it also requires you to found a religion, which we may or may not do in this particular game. So we have our tundra that we've spawned near, and this is not an outstanding start by any stretch of the imagination, but I do think it'll be somewhat playable. We spawn here, but I think the move over to this Plains Hill makes a lot of sense. We'll have a 2-2 base with a 1-2-1 tile, including some extra culture, which will push out our initial borders to this deer fairly quickly. One of the things we'll have to do early on, though, is get a builder going to either improve or, harvest the wheat because growth is going to be a little bit of an issue from the onset. We have silk that we see already on our continent and a single continent so far. This is a nice luxury when you're thinking about national parks and playing an appeal-based game anyways, because silk can spawn on woods, and woods have high appeal. We're also seeing some fresh water up here. There's another river, so probably interested in bringing our warrior just logically this way, either north or south. I guess I'll move the settler first because I want to do this move, and we'll get a little extra vision. All right, so what else do we see here now? Plantations, we like that. Frankly, Temple of Artemis early on. Would be an interesting early wonder. I like early wonders a lot. Artemis is harder and harder to get these days. It used to be kind of a given that we could get it if we tried. That is no longer true. It goes fairly quickly.
Just in time for you to start playing my home country.
Or at least has the potential to go quickly. I like that we have some more growth here. A water mill here could be really, really good in our capital. With growth and stuff as well. And then, like I said, an early wonder. I like early wonders in culture games a lot because you can build it and then stack your theater squares around it from multiple cities. Captain Mapleman, thank you so much for the 2 months and welcome back into the shop. I appreciate you. And yes, extra deer. Our improvements, like this deer, will get better with our tile improvements. Volcano over there. Yeah, and we have our 4 luxuries. That is, wait, 4? Silk, citrus, diamonds. Where are you getting 4? But I like that that 2 of them are plantations. All right. So let's settle. Still want an early builder for sure. 2-2 base here is okay, and then we'll work this until we grow here, and then we'll probably we may work that. I'm not sure. The tile management here is going to be a little bit interesting. There's no camp luxury. You can find it go as late as turn 150. Yes, I know. There are definitely games where Temple of Artemis doesn't go early, but there I've seen it go very, very quickly. I've seen it at like turn 45 these days, and that is a difficult ask. Speaking of Temple of Artemis, we're already seeing that it looks decent, and we can already have maybe a potentially very large capital anyways. So we'll start with animal husbandry here, find horses, and potentially improve like the deer, and get started on an early wonder with this game. We'll see what happens though. We shall see what happens. Definitely want to go for a scout or 2. Just looking to kind of high roll some things and maybe find city states, maybe find goodie huts, all the usual exploration stuff. So speaking of finding people, we see a red tile here, meaning that some city is over here. Could be a city state, could be someone else, not totally sure yet. Mines do hurt the appeal to all adjacent tiles, but the mine itself here wouldn't hurt the tile's own appeal. It would hurt all of the surrounding ones. Peter Ryder, thank you so much for the follow. So let's go. I wanted to meet whoever this was. It is an industrial city state, but I got debated. A little bit debated. I'm liking the look of our land so far. We'll send the first scout out east. We'll certainly need like maybe archers or warriors to explore the rest of the tundra. Barb camps getting out of hand in the tundra is a favorite Civ pastime, or at least a Civ pastime. We could also bring this scout down here. Maybe wait for Code of Laws. Yeah, definitely a good district over there. Like, maybe I send this guy out, have this dude go meet the city-state, and get another scout who can come down and get this in 4 turns. 1, 2... Yeah, we're a little bit early if we go this way. More silk. We actually moved away from this one. But maybe we can squeeze in a city over here. Looks like it has some resources. I'm usually a big fan of grabbing these right away, but because this warrior already has a job that could give us, you know, a free envoy, I think saving it for the second scout is fine. Powell, you did the first half hour or so of today's stream. Was discussion on Grand Columbia. I think they look very powerful. I'm going to be playing them first for sure. So we meet Brussels here. They want us to construct a holy site, and they have already met somebody, which is not a great sign. That means we have close by neighbors, and that's not ideal. Does the culture on tiles come from the base yields and not the improvement of tourism? Example, Chichen Itza, lumber hills, or plantations. With something like Chichen Itza, if it also had a culture tile improvement, you get the total, like the tourism is based on the total culture yield of the tile. All right, so Mexico City, we do get a first envoy with. They are blocking some interesting land. We'll bring our warrior back along south and let this scout pick up that goody hut as planned. But seeing that third notification here meant that we got a first envoy, which is good, and they want military tradition. Good for early TOA? Yeah, indeed, it could be. Yeah, 2 industrial city-states is not ideal early on. It's probably the worst first meet unless you're going right into like a monument in your capital, which is usually not I mean, it's a priority early, but it's not like the first 3 or 4 things you do typically. But it could be an excuse to do so. If you meet 2 industrial city-states early, your capital should then prioritize a monument because you're getting extra production towards it. And yeah, I wish I could say, let's take over Mexico City, but obviously we can't because we're Canada. Again, that ability is actively bad. Found some barbs. Hopefully Brussels can clear that out for us. I'm going to go right next to this scout. Just try to pin him in a bit. And then we're almost to Code of Laws. So we come down here, grab this. Lots of tundra. We did make the map cold. So I think, as I mentioned earlier, an early builder is a priority for us. I assume we're working this tile. I'm okay with that. But we are going to need a growth tile or 2. So I think building a builder right now, it also, like, builders fit into the TOA plan as well. So I think grabbing a builder here, it's pretty early for one, but I think it's what we need. And it times out with this growth as well.
There are no dogs in
horses? No horses. Oh, there's some. Potentially a pyramid city over here. Not much for Petra, but pyramids is probably the best wonder in the game, especially if you're going towards culture. Gets that much better. We'll just chill. I want the XP policy in before we grab this. Another city-state. At least we're finding them. Ooh, Pangea. Okay. Scientific city-state is good. No culture yet, but that's okay. Pachacuti. Okay, so he's our neighbor. He's our nearby Broheim here. Just kinky. And he's already forward settled me. This is indeed incense. Yes. He settled on incense
Super
over
excited to see you play Gran Colombia. You better have Spain in the game and title. The content. No one expects the Inquisition of the Spanish Inquisition. Kappa.
Zhao, thank you for the 13 months, man. I am very excited to play Gran Colombia. It's going to be a blast. I believe we'll be doing that on Thursday, first up. And we'll also be doing a bunch of giveaways for the season pass for those of you out there who would want to get interested in that, or in on that, rather. All right, so this is what I wanted, the survey policy before the Goody Hut. We're going to run God King so we can get 25 faith for our Pantheon, and we'll bring in these policies later and run them probably longer. Arby's, thanks for the follow. Welcome, welcome. So we'll go towards craftsmanship, knowing that we're getting this builder. We have the extra XP, so let's see what we get. Get a little gold. That's good. Maybe we can buy the slinger. Don't. Stop it. Let me have my Tundra, you jerk. You have like the best start bias in the game. Let me have my petty, crappy Tundra. Let's bring the warrior. I would like to go explore this, but I think figuring out where we can settle down here, especially with Pachacuti breathing down our neck here, we're gonna need to literally go wide and south, because we're gonna get kind of pressured here. Yes, go away. Go away. So, decent appeal. We are interested in playing an appeal-based game anyways. We may have to settle under the volcano, which isn't an ideal thing to do, but we may just have to. Hey, Irish Raider. How you doing, dude? Yeah, first half hour of today's VOD if you guys want to get a detailed thoughts on Gran Colombia. Hey, there's those barbs that I was talking about. It's good about Tundra, which is good. If they declare it on Brussels, what am I going to do? I mean, not much. Can't really. We're Canadian, man. I'm not fighting anybody. Cool. I'm fine locked in here at 2. So how good is Temple of Artemis here? Triple diamonds. Some pastures up there, but we're really not going to get those. So the best Temple of Artemis is maybe down here. That's going to go away. Can't really hit this. Am I going to go colonization, government plaza? I don't know. Probably not. Is it +6 or +7? So for those of you who don't know, the Temple of Artemis is a pretty viable early wonder. Gives that city 3 housing and 4 food, which is a strong bonus. Working a constant 4 extra food is really nice for growth, and then it gives you bonuses or reasons to be tall in the extra housing, and then every camp, pasture, and plantation within 4 tiles of it gets an amenity, which is why we're counting resources and things like that. So if we decide to build it, this goes away, so let's not count that one. And I say it goes away. We're on disaster setting 3. This is under a volcano, so you might get it for a little while, but in the long run, that does go away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I think that's it. Did I count that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Is it just 6? If we go here, we get the silk, but we'd have to chop this first. I think that's good for districting, though. I would prefer this if we can make it happen. I prefer this if we can make it happen, because we can put our theater square next to it, and then we can maybe get 2 or 3 other theater squares around it, depending where these other cities wind up going. So that's our plantation boost. We have archery coming up. Do I just hard tech this? When am I going to do the wonders thing? I might even push that a day. We've got a lot going on, Viamir. With that, we spent already a lot of time watching the Grand Columbia and analyzing that, and I want to get several of these recorded today. I think I hard tech this. Hard teching is just building or like researching through the potential Eureka. That's what I mean by hard teching. You can get 40% of the science or 50 if you're past the era on all of these. They're little quests. Most of you know that, but we have some new people out there too. And I think I'm going to forego this little quest with a slinger. I can buy a slinger in 2 turns. They're 140. So it's possible that we could clear it, but this barb camp's already gone. And we don't have any other nearby ones that we can really count on. So I think we take these 5 turns and hard tech through archery. Brone, thanks for the follow. Welcome, welcome. And in the meantime, what do we work on? I could build the slinger. I guess that's better. Do we want a slinger? Or do I just want to get a settler? Give me the settler, I suppose. Yes, Mojeka, it does. Okay. Yeah, that's true. We need mining as well. We could take this to, like, if we're gonna need to chop it out, that makes sense. So we may wind up hard teching it anyways, but you're right. We could just go towards mining first, since I know I want to chop that. So I need to buy both of these tiles if we're gonna make it happen, right? As much as I want to improve that, I think we have to come down here and look to buy these 2 tiles. Cheaper because we're Canada and they're in Tundra. There's his next city. All right, so there's a lot of land down here that we can take advantage of as Canada. This is the I think desired situation. We had to make the map cold to maybe enable this. But this, hopefully we can settle a bunch of cities in this like southern region here. goes the Great Bath on turn 20. There is our camp, which isn't a horrible tile to be working. Gives us more money. Although I actually think we should just work this tile while we're building the settler. We're going to lose the population anyhow. That's not great. Do you need to own the resources for the tiles for TOA? Yes, and they are local. Meaning that it's not just the city that builds Temple of Artemis that can benefit from Temple of Artemis. If you have a camp, pasture, plantation that is in range of Artemis but in a different city, you still get that amenity. It's just to that other city. He's got nice land. Go settle this. Go settle that, you jerk. Arabia. Okay, so there goes one religion for sure. He's all the way up here, though, so that's at least good. What are you building? What is this? What? It's just a quarry? That's a weird-looking quarry. Are we chopping this? I mean, I think we kind of have to. It means that I don't get this Eureka, though. I wanted that farm. But yeah, with the chop next turn, probably. Also, no second continent? Come on. I probably miss out on this camp with a double attack there, but I can't do much about it. Do I try to come through here? Probably not. Ooh, spicy. Gives us an envoy to Mexico City who expanded to the copper with the envoy. Ah, come on. Ooh, all right. So 20 faith. That means we get to at least look at Pantheons next turn. And I think we come back to the idea of hard-teching archery now. And I'll chop. Chopping for the settler I think is fine. So I'm going to skip the promotion here with that last movement. The idea being this slinger can come and attack me, and I can scoot away, grab my promotion, and heal back to full. You are very rude, barbarians. My stream. Really? All right, YouTube, I got to put a cut in the video here as we are about to choose the Pantheon. Sorry that it is short, but my internet has gone down, and I'm very sad about it. So I'm going to see if I can remedy that and come back with some more action for you all.